And with that, welcome back. Mike Elliott here, Sports High Button Sports. And we try to get this things rolling with this final game of the round robin. We got Team New Brunswick taking on Team Prince Edward Island. As both teams finish up their cheers, PEI, the first one to go. We just had an exciting game with Team Nova Scotia locking their spot in the finals. This could get interesting in this game here. They have to get a bunch of goals to make it really interesting. Right now, PEI sitting 1-1. Team New Brunswick, 0-2 with a goal differential. If Team New Brunswick can pull off a victory, and depending on this goal amount, could make it interesting to see who makes in. So nothing is written in stone yet to see who will be in that gold medal game. As we get a quick shot of the certain goaltenders. They're still waiting for the other end to clear up. But it looks like for Team PEI, it's going to be number 35, Alex Atkin. And down the other end, we're going to have number 1, Allison Blanchard. Between the pipes for Team New Brunswick. New Brunswick in red, PEI in green, as we get set up for this final game of the Atlantic Challenge Cup. And I recognize those pads from last year. She might have a new helmet, but that pad set up for the Team New Brunswick for Blanchard. She did a great job last year, and see what we can do again this year as Team PEI wins the draw, makes a nifty little move inside their own zone, and they push it around. Can't quite gain entry. They get through as both teams with the feeling out stage, but back quickly the other way. Here comes Team New Brunswick. Kind of loses the handle, but you didn't know she was going to shoot her pass as bringing it inside the line was Oulette, Now back quickly the other way is Team PEI, bringing it all the way down. Now the big battle ensues in the corner as we're all tied up. You can see the referee right there yell at them to move it. Down low there, and the puck finally pops loose and lands on New Brunswick's stick. They start to break out here along the wall. Up quickly through the middle, but can't get too far, as there's PEI looking for as McPhee breaks that up. Now, dropping back in their own zone. Prince Edward Island up through the middle. Quickly to Ludley, and back the other way, but a little bit too far behind the intended target. And a chance here for Team New Brunswick. They get inside the zone. Not much happening there. Now it's quickly up for McNeil. McNeil get a little dump in. That's going to go right on goal. We're going to get our first stoppage of play. Minute 15 here into this first period. As Blanchard going to get her first puck touch of this evening. And she makes sure there's no rebound, and the faceoff will come to her right deep in the New Brunswick zone. And this face-off down the corner for Culligan, who tries to go to the far side. They do get it out. Looking to pick it up now is Cole Pitts. Cole Pitts on that far side. Look for the old fake pass out front. And he couldn't quite get it through. And it looked like she was going to shoot and then pass at the last second. Now PEI with a chance to clear. They do. McNeil quickly over on the far side now as they get over the zone. And look for a shot there from Player. Couldn't get much happen now. The puck comes to the far side. New Brunswick will try to clear. They do get outside the zone. They're going to make a change as PEI goes back in their own zone to pick it up. Fitzpatrick looking to move the puck up on that far side. Makes one move. Can't get the other one. Picked off. Now we've got a 3-on-1 shaped up here for New Brunswick. They likes to shoot. And a nice blocker save for the first shot on goal as Atkin gets her first puck touch, and a nice shot too. That puck's going to come outside the zone. PEI picks it up anyway. They're quickly the other way, 3-on-3 as they gain entry. Trying to corral a bouncing puck in the skates. They do keep it in, but New Brunswick kind of clear it right back out. Now they're quickly back the other way. These two teams going quickly, trying to catch PEI, trying to get in behind the play. Couldn't quite get the backhand off as they had some room there. Now back at the blue line, trying to make some moves. Far corner, kind of very stopped for a second. They kind of lost direction of the puck, but it's back at the blue line. They put it down deep, right off those Zamboni doors. Looking to move it. Chason puts it down deep. Looks so front, nothing there but green jerseys that they pick that pass off. And they take it behind their own goal, but can't clear. They put it right back down deep. Getting there first is going to be McIntyre. McIntyre for Team New Brunswick. Fishes it loose along the board, shipping him from the blue line. They keep it in. Little pass over far side, walking in, looking for a shot. There it is, and I don't think the PEI goaltender realized she made the save till after it hit her. Puck put to the corner. Picked off, though. New Brunswick trying to force their way to the front of the goal, spinning and turning. There's a shot. That gets blocked in front. New Brunswick with some zone time here in the offense. Looking for to get on the board first as they put that in deep. Comes from corner to corner. PEI trying to move it. Pops off those boards. Walking in. There's a shot. Another one gets blocked by a PEI player. They try to clear right in front of their own bench. And that one is going to, believe, hit a player on the bench. Either way, get a whistle that Team PEI was looking for as they're feeling the pressure there from Team New Brunswick as we approach 4 minutes gone here in the first period. Not many shots on goal as of yet as PEI put their bodies in harm's way with a couple shots there. This face-off comes to the corner. PEI is going to reverse corners now. They look to clear behind their own goal, having a look up ice. They start to break out on the boards right in front of their own bench. Going to hit the red line, try to put it in deep. Gets it just inside the line, but that's picked off by New Brunswick. They try to clear the line. That one is going to come out on the second attempt. New Brunswick gathers up a bobbling puck. Now they're inside the line. Here's Fitzpatrick. Bella Fitzpatrick puts it deep. Loses the handle in the corner. New Brunswick going off the boards. Team New Brunswick picks that off. Not as many people here in the rink as there was in the last one that was packed. Still a good crowd as PEI now behind their own goal. Moves it up ahead. They start to break out through the middle. Smith tries to lose the handle. PEI making a change. Maybe a chance here for New Brunswick to pick them up on the change, but they can't. PEI is quickly back the other way down below as they try to catch up. Inside the line. Down deep to the corner. Get taken to the corner. Trying to walk right over front. That shot hits a body in front. Goes wide. New Brunswick going to go off the boards here, trying to corral that rolling puck as it goes to the corner. Trying to force it loose is Larkin. Back to the blue line, though, as McConnell takes that shot from the blue line. Saves made, rebounds picked up. New Brunswick back quickly the other way, over the blue line. Breaks it wide, gets taken down for her efforts as the puck is put around the boards. PEI trying to clear. Kept it at the blue line. It's back in hand. That one is Larkin. Down in the corner, both teams trying to pick it up. They wheel around the far side, getting there first. Kept in, wind up a little slap shot there. And there's a rebound, and that hits their own player in front. And she might even look for a backdoor pass to Katie McNeil, but they couldn't quite get the handle. Now PEI with some time. Chason trying to go through the middle. That hits a skate, picked off. Trying to come back in the zone with it as Murray. But Chason able to pick it back up, clear. They're looking for a change. New Brunswick, little DDT to them pass right in front of their own goal. We got to be careful with it here now. And they do put it off the boards, but flying in from her own bench with the PEI player to put it in deep. Now they scramble. Trying to come out front with it. That pass is picked off. They're trying a little chip in chase, trying to go forward. I was watching the player there, McIntyre, Mullen McIntyre. She had the green gloves with the red jersey, especially with the green jerseys of the PEI team. Throw me off there for a moment as PEI tries to clear. Second attempt right from their own board, their own bench along the boards. And that one is going to come just outside the line. New Brunswick will reset at their own blue line. That's going to be dumped in. Watch that bounce come right out front. The goalie was ready for it, though. As Akin plays it. PEI again will try to go off the boards. Far side right from the timekeeper's box. Moves it up ahead. And it was in the feet. Dangerously there. Had to be careful. Now PEI are trying to gain entry to the zone again. Both players spin out and go down, quickly back up. PEI looking for a loose puck along those boards right behind the goaltender. Have it in the corner. Looking for some time and space. Goes back to the blue line as Mossy tried to go through there. Another name recognized from last year. Player to watch for sure. As she brings the puck inside the line. Gets a stick knocked right over her hand. There's the palms in the air. Look back at the official looking for a call to no avail. Team New Brunswick tries to chip it out again. Back far side. And we're going to get a whistle. I believe it's going to be an offside call. And offside is the call. Maybe one move too many at the blue line as we approach almost 8 minutes gone here. in the first period. A lot of end-to-end action as these two teams putting on a show that we expect at this level. PEI in their own zone, looking to move it up through the middle now, trying to give chase. Both teams racing for it back in the Team New Brunswick zone. PEI gets there first, looking to set up, back to the blue line. Pass a little bit too hard there for Larkin, and she had to put it back in deep. Now both teams battle for it on the boards. It does come loose. And the referee yelling right now. Now the referee's arms up. And we're going to get a hooking call. We're going to get a first penalty of the game. And this is going to go against Team New Brunswick as skating towards the box. I had to wait for the numbers. New Brunswick, no names on the back of the jersey, so make it a little more difficult to try to see who's who. But it is going to be number 12, Emily Thomas, heading to the box for 2. Hooking's the call. We'll see what PEI can do on the power play as they have the draw at the blue line. Looking to set up. With a little move, a little shake. Now McPhee. There's a shot. That's deflected. Bouncing puck. Look for it. And it's at the top of the crease, so it bounces down. PEI finds it again. Player gets tied up along the boards, trying to shake off a check. Coming off the boards with it. Still had to be a good second effort there from, I believe it was number 9, Chantel Ouellette, to battle back, pick that pocket, and dump it down the length of the ice. Now PEI will start from behind their own net. Little move there now. They bring the puck up ice quickly. Ludley, far side. That pass goes off a stick and come outside the zone as PEI will have to start again deep in their own zone. 1:10 to go now in the power play. Akin out to play the puck. Spinning away now. Trying to find some open there. This Dingwell. Now she hands it off. Mossy in the corner. Both players go down hard. And there's got to be another penalty. And it's got to go to New Brunswick here as both players kind of collided either way. Referee's arms up. There's a shot blocker save rebound. And as New Brunswick touches the puck, just as PEI got an extra attacker on, and we're going to get a tripping call. Not too many moans and groans from the fans on that one. It looked like incidental contact to me. Two big bodies going at it, battling for the puck. Either way, referee sees it different, and number 4 is heading to the box. So Rhea Culligan is in the box for 2 for a trip. So we're going to have some 5-on-3 here for 33 seconds. So PEI looking to double up here. And there's a shot there, and they're blocked in front from Portier. PEI grabs the rebound, though. 20 seconds to go, 5-on-3. There's another shot, and they're New Brunswick putting their body in harm's way here. A couple big shot blocks. And the cross right through the high slot, and it gets put aside. New Brunswick picks that pass off, looking for some open ice, and finds it, and sends that all the way down. That should pretty well do it for the first penalty. As stepping back on the ice was Thomas. So 1:15 to go here now. PEI trying to bring the puck up ice, picked off. New Brunswick puts it back in deep. They give chase. But New Brunswick gets there first. Leaves it in the corner. Sorry, Team PEI. As New Brunswick giving chase here, they're still short-handed. Now it's up here to Player. Player moves it over. Little move here at center. As they're making a change by themselves here in the zone. As Mulligan tries to find it. They're all tied up. Now McDougall trying to bring the puck inside the zone. Not much room to move there. As Team New Brunswick doing a good defensive stand. Now the puck down below us. And they find it. And Team New Brunswick sent it down. 34 seconds to go in the power play. Another rush here for PEI to bring it up. Long stretch pass, trying to get in behind the play. And as the whistle goes, kind of a bouncing puck there at the blue line. Offside will be the call. 25 seconds to go here in the power play. 9 minutes pretty well remaining in the period. Referee having a quick chat there with the New Brunswick coach. Face-off comes back in the New Brunswick zone. They're back quickly in the corner, trying to spin off a forecheck. They move up along the boards now, looking to hold the line, and does. Good job there from Fitzpatrick. Now the puck's in the corner. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Pass out front. There's a quick shot. Nice save there. As getting a piece of that was Blanchard reading that play perfectly. His penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice, and the shot blocked. As multiple shots blocked here now. McDougall again with a shot. Another shot blocked. As that one off the leg of the defender in front. As we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Puck in behind the goal. Now see if Team New Brunswick can feed off that penalty kill. As they're out through the neutral zone. Looking for some room. Brings it inside the line now. Little drop pass, but PEI read that perfectly. They look to move the puck out. Does come outside the line. Now far side. They chip it up ahead. Right up through the middle. PEI finds it. They do clear it out. Again, New Brunswick puts it back in deep. Up along the boards. Up to the middle. That goes off a skate. New Brunswick picks that off. Pass out front. Nobody home. PEI has the puck. Flicking one up through center. I don't think that hit anybody. It goes the length of the ice, and the whistle goes. Icing will be the call. 7:39 remaining here, first period. Still waiting for our first goal this campaign. Shots on goal, just 2 for PEI, 3 for New Brunswick. As there's been lots of zone time, but not that many shots on goal as of yet, so lots of hockey left to be played as Team New Brunswick wins that draw. Here's a shot from the blue line, and there's getting a piece. There's Akin, who hadn't seen much pucks in the last little bit. Made a nice save there. Puck comes out. New Brunswick looking to put it right back inside the zone. Picked off by PEI. They go DD behind the net, trying to spin off a check from the corner. Puck pops loose, able to pick it back up. Now looks up ice. Off the boards here for Chason, trying to move it up. PEI stops it, or sorry, gets it as far as the blue line. New Brunswick stops it at the blue line, puts it back in deep. PEI try again. Chason along the boards. This one is able to chip outside the line. New Brunswick again puts it back in, but this time it couldn't quite get back onside. So offside will be the call. Exactly 7 minutes remaining here in the first. New Brunswick with that face-off draw, gets it back at their own line. Looking to spin off there is Herring. They move it up. This one not going to make it far enough for icing. Looking out front, that goes off a skate. Bouncing puck comes in behind and goes to the opposite corner now. New Brunswick on this puck quickly, trying to force it loose, trying to go back to the blue line. Picked off by PEI. They're quickly back the other way. Up through the middle now. Bootlayer loses the handle, but gets some help from her friends. They got it down the corner, looking to come out front. Gets pushed off the puck as it goes in behind. Now PEI, far side, looking to give it back. Goes off a skate. They bounce around in front. Backhand trying to shovel one in the short side. That goes to the corner. They poke away at it. Referee yelled at them right now and telling them to move it. It does pop loose. New Brunswick has it. The PEI player fell down there at center ice all by herself. She's going to head back. She lost an edge on. She heads to the bench. Play continues. PEI holds the line. Looking to dump it right back deep in the corner. They're making some changes. Chance here for Team New Brunswick with a little bit of time. Goes off the boards. Couldn't quite handle that pass. Here's Fitzpatrick going to skate it right back the other way for Team PEI. Looking to get right to the middle. Can't get the shot off as the puck goes to the side of the goal. New Brunswick looks to clear. Has to start again. Now they'll try on the opposite side. A little bit of time and space up through the middle. Ball pass, good active stick there. PEI looking to catch New Brunswick on the change as McNeil brings it back the other way. New Brunswick picks up in the opposite corner, loses the handle. PEI has it, looking out front. And New Brunswick picked that off and almost put it right on their own goal as it went off the far side. PEI with it again, up top. Fitzpatrick going to wind one up, fires one through. That hits a body in front, and again, New Brunswick with another shot block, and they're off the other way. Off a skate, just inside the line. Does come just outside. You can see the puck loose from here. Gets put back in the scrum, though. Now pushed up again, right between those two skates there. Referee right there. Now they got to finally blow the whistle. 4:53 to go here, first period. Face-off will come right in front of the Prince Edward Island bench. Team New Brunswick making some changes. Face-off, one back from Team PEI, they move it up here. Here's McMillan. Down below us, bringing the puck back inside the zone. Trying to dump it through. That hit a Team New Brunswick defender as they look to move it up now, far side. Going to gain entry to the zone herself. She chips and chases, gets inside the zone. In behind, front to go back, go front. Looking for a loose puck. PEI has it, and they look to clear one-on-one, trying to shape up back the other way. But can't get by the defender, and he's going to come up with the puck now. She looks to find somebody open. Goes back, but that's a little bit too far back. So looking to reset now is going to be Ludley. Spinning. They hand it off. That pass is picked off. PEI now on that far side. Throws a shot on goal. And Blanchard looks like she was trying for the old rebound, trying to get the shot off the goalie, maybe go out front. But Blanchard not fooled. We approach 4 minutes remaining now here in the first. Makes a save, makes sure there's no rebound. We'll get a face-off deep here in the New Brunswick zone. And on that draw, New Brunswick has it behind their own goal. Looking to go off the boards. That goes off escape, forced back in the corner. Referee yells at him again to move it, as both teams like to pin the pucks along the boards here. Now it's loose. New Brunswick going to take it to the opposite corner. They move quick, bouncing puck along the boards. It does come out just outside the line. PEI has it back at their own blue line now. Looking for some room to move. And it gets clipped off the puck as they put it in deep. Now New Brunswick will move it again, trying to move it up. Nice little chip pass there, up through the middle. On that short side, fakes the pass, holds it. Now looks out front. She takes it all the way around the goal. Has it. Nice little pass up top. There's a shot from Larkin. Doesn't get through. Now PEI's turn to start blocking some shots. Second one is cleared out. We get a race for it down below us. Forced along the boards. Fitzpatrick can't clear the line. Kept in from McPhee. McPhee hands it over and looked for a pass there, but her partner is all tied up. And then there should have been a little selfish. Nice try looking for your teammate, but sometimes you got to take that shot. Just under 3 to go now here in the first period, still scoreless. New Brunswick controls that draw. Rimmer on the far side. Looks to bring it out. And overskates it for a second. Steps back at the red line, dumps it in. PEI will look to move it out. Up through the middle, McNeil loses the handle. Chance here made for New Brunswick. They bring it back quickly the other way. Looking for somebody open. Fires a shot from a sharp angle. Saves made. Rebound comes to the far side. PEI looking to clear as they go along the corner. Back the other way, Dingwell. Off the boards, you got to be careful. Those Zamboni doors. They take a funny bounce. And that one takes New Brunswick's favor. They poke away and in tight. And 2 whacks at it. And a good chance for Akin with some 2 nice saves. Now PEI will try to clear. They do get outside the line. New Brunswick will tag back up. They're looking for a change. Now McNeil. McNeil makes a little move at center. And then fired to no one. That's picked off by New Brunswick. They get right back. And back the other way is Murray. She loses the handle at the red line. These two teams going back and forth through the neutral zone here. Now PEI will try again. Murray over the blue line. Puts the brakes on, trying to find somebody open. Makes one move. Looking to make another. Now she's got to fire a shot that goes off a leg. Comes to the corner. Picked up now by Team New Brunswick. They go back and forth now off the wall. Can't clear though as PEI is quick to force them back down deep. New Brunswick will try this time. They skate out. Looking to get over the zone. Trying to find somebody open. McIntyre all the way to that far corner. Now PEI has it. They look to bring it out. Looking up ice now. Moves it off. Put the brakes on. McMillan trying to find somebody open, but loses the handle as Baker comes back and takes it. She starts to move the puck on the far side. You hear the last minute of play in the first period. PEI takes away another zone entry. Would have been offside, but PEI clears it out. Now they battle for it at center line. Both teams whack away here in front of the New Brunswick bench. It's finally put in deep. Back to pick it up is going to be Larkin. Larkin for Team New Brunswick. Moves it up ahead. They chip it up, trying to find it. But getting there first is Mossy. She loses the handle but gets some help. Now PEI tries to start to break. Pass this goes off the skate. New Brunswick will try on their own zone as time's ticking down, 20 seconds. New Brunswick would love to get down here and get a shot, get some momentum going into the third period to get the first goal of this game. But PEI is able to pick that off behind their own goal. Puts the brakes on. The other side, they move it up. Can't quite connect with that pass. New Brunswick have it at the center line. As time ticks down, they're going to have to shoot quick. But as the horn goes, that's going to do it for us here after one period of play. Shots on goal, 5-4 in favor of Team New Brunswick, but no score as of yet. We're going to take a short break here. It'll be about 10 to 12 minutes, and we'll see what these ladies have to bring for the second period. See you right in a few. And with the sound of the horn, welcome back, everyone. Second period action just getting ready to get on their way as both goaltenders will switch ends. We're scoreless after 20 minutes. Both teams, even though the shots on goal were only 5-4, lots of offensive zone opportunities, but just shots didn't get on goal. A lot of shot blocks, especially early on there from Team New Brunswick, and then PEI as well towards the end. They're having a long conversation there with the timekeeper's box. With the referee, looks like they're good to go. And here the players banging their sticks. They're ready to go. We hope you are ready as well. I'm pretty sure this place is going to explode with the first goal of this campaign. They get them straight away here at center. We drop the puck, and we are on their way. Second period action. As Team PEI going to start in their own zone. Looking to move the puck up. Runs right into a bunch of red jerseys that are trying to keep them back in deep. And they get to the blue line, but not out, picking that one off. Trying to find some room. So he takes it to the boards, put it right back in deep. Picked up there now by Fitzpatrick. Bella Fitzpatrick trying to come out of the corner with it. Gets forced along the boards, bouncing puck, racing back for it. But that one is got to come outside the line. And actually going to make a nifty move. Everybody gets back on side. As she brings it in. Cross ice pass. Gets whacked on a few sticks and lands on PEI. They're back the other way. Coming inside the zone here. Partial one-on-one. Steps up, firing a shot. Blanchard with the save. And the rebound loose for the moment, but taking no chances as she jumps on the puck. Smothers the rebound. And we'll get a quick face-off here in the Team New Brunswick zone. This game ran a little bit late as the Team Nova Scotia-Newfoundland game ran a little late there, so we're a little late start in this one. There's a shot from the blue line, and as I said earlier, Team New Brunswick putting bodies in harm's way, blocking that shot as we're back the other way. He gets inside the zone. Team PEI gets there first, got to spin back. They look to bring the puck out as Mossy moves it up, spins again, and able to get that puck there to Player. Player moves it up quickly, down below us. Lutley over the blue line, trying to knock it down deep. Gives chase down in those corners right by those Zamboni doors. Be careful with the rough ice there, too. It's always a little choppy. New Brunswick looks to clear the zone. PEI puts it right back in as McNeil picks that off. Pass trying to go out front. And good job by the Team New Brunswick defender to clear that puck, but not out. There's a shot from a sharp angle that misses on the far side. PEI with it again. Another one looking out front. Blanchard gets a paddle on that. Lands on a PEI stick. Another shot that gets blocked, goes to the boards. PEI still with it inside the circle, looking for a shot. Takes it off the post. Everybody stopped for the moment, thought it went in. I heard the post. No signal from the referee. Play continues. As PEI thought they got the first one out, New Brunswick back the other way. And there's a shot, and had to be careful. There was Atkin as they were looking, New Brunswick looking for a loose puck as well. And it was off the inside of the iron, but was not in. Didn't look like from our vantage point upstairs. Everybody kind of paused for the moment. I have another gentleman beside me videotaping as well. He was doing a walk around. I can't believe they missed on that opportunity. And there's a shot there. And then they score! So first shot active with the save. Rebound finds its way home just inside the post. So post at one end and in the back of the net down the other end. We get our first goal of the game. And it's Team New Brunswick and leading the lineup. As I wait for the official goal announcement. Trying to get her to turn around. I think it's number 12. I'm going to go with Haley Murray. Either way, New Brunswick don't care who scored. Just that they got one on the board. And it's 1-0. Here's PEI on that draw. Quickly back the other way. They put it in deep. Battle for it on the boards. Here's the goal announcement. We'll listen in. And I realized I had the wrong one there, but it's Emily Thomas, number 12, for Team New Brunswick. I was looking at Team PEI's roster. I apologize. Either way, Emily Thomas unassisted, getting Team New Brunswick on the board. And the offside call, whistle goes, PEI controls the draw. They're going to get spun back in their own zone. Pass back kind of goes off the toe of the stick. PEI gets there first, but they can't clear. Now they do. Push forward, now racing up with a partial break inside the zone. Goes to the backhand, but pulls a little bit too far as Blanchard able to stay with the PEI player flying in there, trying to cut across and pull the backhand, but pull it just wide. Now right in front of the New Brunswick bench, trying to find a loose puck. PEI has it. Loses in the skates, gets it back, and that was close to being offside. Play continues. There's a shot there with some traffic in front as well. Blanchard able to get a blocker on. And Brunswick look to clear up through the middle. That's picked off. PEI again putting the brakes on at the red line. Now moves it over. As Dingwell puts it in deep. New Brunswick back there first, right beside their net, and Ray takes it right out front as well. Gonna skate it all the way up. Now hands it off down below us. Chipped in deep by McGinnis. Down from the corner. PEI looking to clear. New Brunswick puts it back to the corner. New Brunswick picks that up. Pass over front. There's a chance. Bouncing puck comes loose. Spinning and turning. Shooting and scoring. Putting that one upstairs. The goalie didn't move until after it hit the back of the net. And New Brunswick coming out scoring two quick ones. As we had no goals in the first period. Two here in the second at pretty well the 4-minute mark. As they're quickly back up to the center. So I have to wait for the announcer to see who popped that one home. Either way, New Brunswick with that kind of a traffic in front, bouncing puck, and had to find herself some time and space and just took no chances to roof that one glove side. And they're going to say number 9, Chantel Ouellette, unassisted. That popped that one in, and a beauty shot as well. Here comes PEI. They want to look to get on the board here, down 2. He's coming inside the zone, taking that shot, getting taken down for her troubles as the shot goes wide. And New Brunswick trying to chip it out, battle for it, winning that battle, trying to get loose in a lone partial break, trying to pull it with them. And a good job defensively, and that the net gets knocked off in behind the ack and did not take a penalty as well. Team PEI trying to hold on here, and that was a chance for Team New Brunswick on that partial break. I'm pretty sure that was Leaguer Davis trying to get away using that long reach. And there's a right off the face-off shot, doesn't get through. PEI will look to clear the zone, give chase. New Brunswick getting there first, quickly turning back the other way though. And coming inside the zone, but couldn't quite get a shot off. A puck stays in. As Cormier with that rush up. Now PEI will try to clear at the blue line. Does just come outside. New Brunswick will reset over again at their own blue line. Moves it up quickly inside the line. PEI picks that off. Goes D to D. They try to go up along the boards now. Looking for some room. New Brunswick quickly on it. They poke that puck loose and it stays onside. Now they come for the loose puck as Ward trying to come out of the corner with it. Lauren Ward moves up ahead. They try to shovel one up front. It's in the blue paint. But Atkins able to make a save there, but rebounds picked up, trying to go around wide, looking out front, hits a skate, and PEI is able to clear. Pressure there from Team New Brunswick. PEI trying to get a line change in. They're trying to move the puck up quickly. Player gets taken down. The referee's arm is up. And PEI is going to head to the box. Wait for the signal from the referee here. Tripping is going to be the call. I believe it's number 10, Dawson Smith. As I look up at the board, it is 2 minutes up on the clock as we approach 6 minutes gone here in the second. New Brunswick needs a bunch of goals to make this really interesting if they win. And have a chance now. They're walking right in. Fire one! And that's on off the post. Right off the crossbar. Instead of bar down, it's bar out. And coming that close there is New Brunswick. They rifled that one out. Walked right in, right to the hash marks in front of the goal. And didn't miss by much. It was right on the underneath the bar, but came right out. Now PEI will look to clear. 2-on-2, short-handed, back the other way. Now 2-on-1, break him wide, got Lex to shoot. And there's Blanchard getting a blocker on that and pushes it to the boards. New Brunswick tries to clear, but PEI looking to steal that puck. Trying to spin off the forecheck here. Now New Brunswick will start again. A minute 13 to go in the power play from behind their own goal. Moves up. Didn't quite hit the intended target, but up by the far blue line. Chips in inside the zone. There's PEI. Finds some loose puck and some open ice and sends it all the way down the zone. Behind their own net. Good job on the forecheck here. Short-handed on PEI. 1-on-3 behind the goal there. You hear the appreciation from her teammates. Now quickly back the other way. Here comes New Brunswick though with some speed. Inside the zone. Trying for a backhand pass. Doesn't make it quite out front. Comes in behind. Back up top. 30 seconds to go in the power play. There's a shot there. As Lutley got a piece of that to block it, make it go wide. New Brunswick holds the zone though. Ward, sorry. Dropped it back, kept in. There's a deflection in front, but he doesn't quite get through the skates. Now PEI with a chance to move it. Try to kill the rest of this power play off. Kind of whiffed on the dump attempt. 7 seconds to go. New Brunswick with one last rush here on the power play. Gonna dump it right into the side of the goal. They look up, thought about playing it. But as a penalty expires, she's got to hold on, get some fresh troops back on the ice. Exactly 8 minutes gone here, second period. Look at a face-off in the Prince Edward Island zone. New Brunswick controls the draw, puts it back in deep. From the corner now. PEI looking for it. Behind their own goal. Along the boards. Trying to chip it up. And one goes flicked up high, but gloved down and put back in deep. As Larkin for TPEI trying to clear that one. And that one is going to come just outside the line. As they try to spin with that one to keep it in. They're on the wrong side of the blue. And offside will be the call. On that draw. Scramble for it. Comes down to the boards right below us. Both teams trying to knock it loose. New Brunswick has it at the center line. Moves it up. Picked up by White. Grace White having a look around. She spins back. Looking out front. Pass. Trying to go off a skate. And what a save! As that rebound came right out front. And that was, there's no words to even describe. Kicking that right leg out with a beauty to save so far tonight. From Alexa Atkin, as right on the doorstep with a one-time and a beauty reaction save in tight to keep this a 2-goal hockey game. Face-off controlled by New Brunswick. One flicks towards, and there's a shot that dropped right in front of Atkin. He had to make a save, and the rebound is picked up, and TPEI will try to clear now. They hit center. Dumps it in deep. The old dump and chase. Both teams look for it down that corner. New Brunswick gets forced back in. They put it in behind their net. And it goes back the other way now along the boards. PEI trying to chip in from the blue line. It does get chipped out. PEI puts it back in. PEI tag up on the offside, so a chance for New Brunswick to move it up ahead. That was deflected, so one linesman was waving off the icing, but the referee had her hand. I think we're going to bring this to center ice. Not sure why the referee's arm was up for the icing call, as the linesperson was adamant on waving that down. Either way, on the draw from center, PEI brings the puck right inside the zone. Easy shot there for Blanchard. And she get that right in the old logo. Covers up, makes a save, makes sure there's no rebound. We'll get a face-off now. And New Brunswick going to get the toss from the draw. They don't like how they were lined up. Now they'll drop the puck. Comes to the corner. PEI chipping in from the blue line to keep it in. Back to the corner they go. Looking to come out with it. Trying to spin away. Runs right into 2 red jerseys. Now look for some help with some speed here. As McPhee was trying to get that shot out. That puck's going to come outside the line. PEI is going to have to tag up on the offside. Time here for New Brunswick to bring the puck up ice now. As they're up through the neutral zone. Off to the blue line. Looking for one player to beat, but can't quite do it. As PEI shifts it back up in the neutral zone. As we're over the halfway mark now in this hockey game. That pass is picked off. Trying to walk in now is Hendrick. Couldn't quite get the shot off. New Brunswick will try to clear the zone again. Up through the middle. They chip it in deep. Gets taken down for their efforts. No call there. PEI will look to clear now. Along the boards. And we had a little technical issue there for a moment as the mic was muted. Do apologize on that one there. It's a little chilly in the rink here this afternoon. And sometimes when you touch the buttons and they don't quite click for you on the iPad. The play continues. Hopefully I wasn't muted for too long. And again, I apologize to everybody at home. New Brunswick keeps it in, moves it over, tries a shot towards the goal there. That doesn't quite get through. Keeps going here again. Back the other way. Put through back at the top, doesn't get through. Back the other way. Moves it up ahead. PEI making a change. Chance here for New Brunswick from behind their own goal. Looking up ice now. They look quite loose as the handle. That's going to come inside the zone. Race for it. He's going to come right to top of Akin. And he's going to take no chances as he's able to hold on to that puck. We'll get things all straightened away as we get later here in the second period. Face off now, come to the right of Akin. PEI is going to be able to clear the zone. Trying to chip it up ahead. Can't get by the D. Down below us now. New Brunswick looking for a loose puck. Does come loose, but PEI gets there first, goes cross ice. In front of New Brunswick bench, going to spin back. Back to her defensive partner now through the middle. That pass is picked off. New Brunswick trying to get it inside the zone. Runs into a green wall there as they battle inside the blue line. Now PEI will try on the far side. Looking up through the middle. Hands it off. Inside the zone. Trying to get the pass through. And they poke away, and it does poke through. But just goes up over the goal. Now in behind. Pass out front. That goes through the blue paint as PEI throwing everything towards the goal right now. Nice pass far side. Trying to spring three. Partial break. Pulled it to the back and can't fight full it through. And the play continues as the puck was loose. Now a chance there. That one gets put wide as New Brunswick comes right down the other end. Now two players get tied up. You see the bench of New Brunswick looking for a call there. Not going to get it. They keep the puck inside, and that one tried to pass over a little bit too far. Play continues. On that far side, New Brunswick making a change. They put the puck inside the zone. Pass is picked off. Another chance here is New Brunswick coming real close here with multiple opportunities here towards the end. Now the referee's arms up, and this one's going to go against PEI. And body checking is going to be the call. Maybe a little bit of frustrations there as well. But heading to the box, it's going to be number 2, Abby Dingwell. 2 minutes for body contact with pretty well 2:20 remaining here in this second period. And New Brunswick's been buzzing around the goal. Now a chance on the power play to add to their lead. Face off. PEI tried to clear there, kept it in the blue line, now pass over. And the hard pass as Culligan puts it down deep in the corner. There's another little bit of a contact there. They move it around. And that clear attempt goes off. A body now comes right back to her. And this time able to send it all the way down the length of the ice. Blanchard out to play it. Looks like she was ready to pass that all the way down the length of the ice. But Alexa hand it off. New Brunswick will start from behind their own goal. Forecheck on, it steals the puck. Chance maybe alone in break, short-handed, fires from short side, gets a own rebound. Blanchard down, look for a loose puck, and it's on the side of the goal. And chances there for PEI as they want to get on the scoreboard here. They picked that pocket and then tried short side. But Allison Blanchard holds her post and then able to get the rebound on the second opportunity. A minute 23 to go in the power play, minute 44 remaining here in the second. New Brunswick wins that draw behind their own goal now, looks up ice. Gonna go for a little skate. Now pass up through the middle. Picked up for White, Grace White, trying to find some room. Now hands it off to her D. Walking in, looking for a seam. Makes one move, but loses an edge there. Now put up ahead. Trying to catch up to it, short-handed again, this time on the short side. Fires one, trying to go 5-0, rebound. And that one just pushed wide. More opportunities here for PEI, short-handed than New Brunswick's had on the power play 45 seconds ago. And you can see there are 4 red jerseys in there on the 1 PEI, and they finally come up with the puck with last minute play here, second period. They move it up outside the line. Picked up here by Grace White as she brings it inside. Little chip and chase as she goes to get it behind the goal. As both teams trying to find the time, ticking down here in the frame. Now it's poked loose. New Brunswick right from below the face-off dot. That shot's blocked in front, comes right back to her. Pushed back to the blue line. Picked up now, walking in. Looks like you can hear the crowd yelling to shoot 25 seconds ago. Walking up with it. Poirier already has one. Moves it over. Trying to find something. They got one wide open in front of the net and nobody sees her. There's a shot short side. Atka save. Rebound. Puck's loose. Referee's right there. Now everybody trying to find it. It's picked up. And somehow they can't get the puck over top. And the player gets taken down looking for a rebound, to the moans and groans of the crowd here. As time was ticking down a little extra behind us as the timekeeper forgot to stop the clock. They got 2.3. I got 8. They might hold it for a few seconds here. We'll see. I see the referee making the signal now. They might hold it for 4 seconds, looks like. So New Brunswick trying to get this face off. Maybe try to get a quick shot off. We'll play it here. And as the scramble happens, the horn finally goes. Well, that's going to do it here for us after 40 minutes. 3-0 our score. Team New Brunswick scoring 3 here in the second. Shots on goal 21-14. But those are in favor of PEI. But they're in a little bit of a hole here to start the third. We'll take a quick break here. Be back about 10 to 12 minutes and see what both teams have in store for us for the third period. See everybody in a few. And with the sound of that, we are back. Third period action, just getting ready to get on their way. 20 minutes up on the board. Team New Brunswick, has a 3-0 lead over Team Prince Edward Island. We'll see now after the break. Can PEI come and get one quick to try to get back in this? Of course, 3-1 lead. They say the worst lead in hockey. Right now it's 3-0. They got to get one on the board here first. And it's been a tough task to get something by Blanchard here so far. And as they drop the puck, we are on their way. And PEI has it inside the zone, looking to chip it up. Making it work now inside the zone. I'm trying to have a quick look at the standings here as well. And that puck's loose over front. Maybe a chance here. It's back of the blue line, but can't quite handle the bouncing puck. Is McCougal inside their own zone now. Spinning away from Mossy. Moves it up. Chips it up ahead. Now it's quickly trying to catch PEI on that change. Couldn't quite handle that pass. Now New Brunswick will bring it inside the zone. There's a quick shot there to high riser. It just goes up over the goal and off the glass. Now PEI will bring it behind their own goal. Trying to spin away. It was on the forecheck. Where was Leaguer Davis? Now on the far boards, up through the middle. Going to go for a little skate. Is doing well. Hands it off just inside the line, looking to get it back, and does. Now on the backhand, trying to come out front and diving back, putting the stick down to break that passing attempt up. If not, would have been a grade A opportunity there for PEI. Now battle for it back the other way, trying to find a loose puck, trying to use that long reach. It gets taken down. Referee's arm is up. And as we have a quick look, are we going to see? We're going to see it's going to be a hooking call. Didn't quite get into the clear break, but you know, every time you see a play like that, you always want to hope for the old penalty shot. Either way, heading to the box is going to be number 4, Maya Larkin for Prince Edward Island. So another power play opportunity here for Team New Brunswick early here in the third period, looking to add to their lead. And the way Blanchard's playing here so far, they get another one here. Getting 4 by that goaltender in one period is going to be a tall task right now. See if PEI can kill it off. There's a backhand pass out front. PEI blocks that one as it comes to the boards. Pitch in from the blue line, though. Second attempt, this one. PEI does clear it out, but here's New Brunswick quickly looking to bring it right back in as they clear the zone. Move here at the blue line. Somerville looking to move it over. There's a quick shot there. Doesn't make it through, and PEI is able to send that all the way down the length of the ice. They're going to change up their penalty killers. He's quickly in on that forecheck with that long reach, trying to get a hold of that was Baker, and able to force it, and she heads right to the bench for a change. Now New Brunswick will try again. Forced back in their own zone. They're being aggressive on this penalty kill is PEI. And a good active stick at the blue line, going to knock that puck loose and force New Brunswick offside. A minute 1 to go here in the power play. 17:43 remaining here in the third period. On the draw, PEI controls, looking to kill some more time up, look for some open ice. Now they send it down. That's going to come right on Blanchard. And she's going to play that. You could hear some of the people yelling, play it as you're on the power play, but she felt more comfortable freezing that puck. So she's going to hold on for a shorthanded face-off here now in the New Brunswick zone. Comes to the corner. Picked up by New Brunswick, trying to spin off the forecheck, trying to bring up that far boards now. With that PEI on top of this puck. Now New Brunswick trying to evade it. They knock it in deep. Give chase is Ward. In behind the goal, looking out front. Had somebody open, couldn't quite get the passer. Now let's go back to the line. 1-1 up, taking the shot, does get through. Save made by Akin. Rebound, push to the backboards. PEI trying to find that loose puck, bouncing at the blue line, poked loose. Trying to get free short-handed, but New Brunswick gets back quickly. He's going to fire one on goal. This time, Blanchard does play it, hands it off with some speed now down below us. Trying to chop that deep at the blue line. 2 seconds ago in the penalty, so Prince Edward Island able to kill that off. If they get something off on that momentum from that penalty kill, looking to move it up. They'd love to get one on the board here soon. They try to get inside the line, but New Brunswick picks that off. They're quickly back the other way. Over the blue line. Breaks wide to break back, go front. Player gets taken down. Had a quick look at the referees. They let that go. PEI trying to move it along the boards. Right in front of their own bench, trying to get loose. Gets pinched off hard right in front of the timekeeper's box. Had a bird-eye view of that one. They got to know each other. Now out to the middle, Chase on trying to find it for PEI, trying to whack at it. New Brunswick comes out of the scrum with it. They hand it back to the defense. Moves on the far side. They chip it up ahead, trying to hit the red line. Push it up in the feet there. Both teams looking for it. Now it's picked off by Chase on right in front of the New Brunswick bench. She takes it to the corner. Gets pushed off the puck as New Brunswick's able to force it to the opposite corner now. Kept into the blue line. Long shot from Dingwell. Doesn't make it through. Puck doesn't quite get out. Now New Brunswick with a little more space and move along the boards. And be careful there. They try to chip that one in. They kick it up. Watch out there to the official trying to get out of the way. New Brunswick does hold the line. Dingwell hard off the backboards. Comes to the corner. PEI trying to flick it out. That's gloved down and kept in at the blue line. Moved over to the far side. They battle for it. Now it's pushed down deep. Big battle ensues. Now the PEI finally clears out, but New Brunswick using that speed, put it right back in again. And down that corner, winning the puck battles. Now PEI going to try the opposite side, looking to come up. New Brunswick again forced them deep. They reverse it. Looking to move up along the boards. Down below us now, look for some time and space, trying to get around. Is Baker, down that corner. Back to the blue line. There's McDougall, took that shot. Comes to the corner. New Brunswick now looks up. Three making their way back the other way. Over the blue line, makes one move on the backhand, trying to spin away. Hands it up top. Can't quite get through. Gets it right back, though. Is Poirier. She's got a goal already here this evening. Still with the puck. Trying for a cross-ice pass. Moved up. Trying to chance here. Maybe a chance in alone. His player in and sprung. Trying to stay in the forehand. Shoots one. That goes just grazes off the top of the bars. Stays out now. Pass out front. Gets on the wrong side of the stick. As PEI coming that close. Now Mosey can walk in. She got that great shot. She makes no mistake and scores. Walks in, goes low, blocker, gets PEI on the board. We'll wait for the official goal announcement, but either way, PEI making this a hockey game now after just 6 minutes, 14 seconds in, and it's 3-1. Wait for the official announcement from the goalkeeper, or from the timekeeper on the goal. And it is Mossy with the goal. And there's another shot there on that far side. It's going to go up over the net. But it makes the goal. They're going to say it was unassisted. Either way, Mossy gets PEI on the board. And there's still lots of time left here in this one here. New Brunswick controls the draw, looking to go off the boards, trying to clear. PEI ticks in his Dingwell swings and fires and misses on wide. Kept in that far side, no. Pushes another one towards the goal. PEI feeling a little bit now. Would love to get another one quickly. New Brunswick picks that pass off, though. They're back the other way. Down below us. Looking for some room. Gets stopped at the blue line. And McPhee almost had a chance to get going. Couldn't quite pick up the puck. They battle for it here. Right on the side of center. Pushed it up ahead. Now short side shot. Save made from Akin. Rebounds picked up in the corner. PEI kind of pushes it to the far side. They're going to try to chip one up ahead. They do. 2-on-2 shaping up. They try to put it through. Does land on Chase on stick. She looks to take a shot towards the goal. That's blocked in front. Another pass in front. There's a chance on the doorstep. Still loose. Blanchard down. And somehow that puck stays out. She's lost her stick. Defense trying to give it back to her. The puck's forced to the far side. PEI all over this puck right now. They still have it down low. Couldn't quite get the pass out front. Now New Brunswick looks to move up ahead. Fires the blue line. Kept in again. Bouncing puck right down on Blanchard. And she going to take no chances there. If that puck comes down, she's going to smother right at the top of her blue paint. 7:41 gone here, third period. They're scoreless after one. All New Brunswick in the second. They scored 3. Now PEI getting one here in the third, making it a hockey game. As the puck comes to the corner, PEI picks that off. As it bounces around. Comes loose. New Brunswick finds it. Chips one up ahead. Up through the middle now. Trying to find some room. They bring it inside the zone. Folks couldn't quite get that shot through. PEI picked it off. Trying to clear the zone. Can't do it. It gets forced back. Now they look up ahead. This time lands on the stick. Trying to find some room. Got to set up for a long wrister. Rebound. A save is made from Blanchard on the blocker. Rebound gets pushed to the corner. New Brunswick finds a loose puck. Looks up ahead. Chipping in from the blue line is Baker. Puck sitting there at the blue line now. New Brunswick does clear. Going to go for a skate. Chips it up ahead. Picked off by PEI. Takes it behind the goal. Off the boards now. Looking up through the middle. He's able to sit McDougall, who fires a shot, misses on the short side. It goes hard off the boards all the way to the far side. And New Brunswick clears it out. Mossy. Feel it now after scoring there for her team. Brings it inside the zone, looking for some room. Gets her stick lifted right at the last second. As she was trying to fire that one. New Brunswick clears it up through center. At the blue line. Both teams battle for it. They put it in deep. PEI up through the middle. That long pass back the other way. Picked up by Player. Player quickly over now. Trying to walk in, trying to find some room. Couldn't quite get the shot off. To try to get the handle of that puck. New Brunswick right dangerously in front of her own goal. Gonna bring it all the way up. No fear there as she brings it into the side of the zone. Now she steps, can't get the shot through. Loose puck. Goes off a leg or two now in front of the PEI bench. That pass is picked off. Up through the middle, hit the red line, dumps it in deep as McNeil needs a change. To the far corner, both teams look for it. Pokes up to the blue line, chipping in and dumping it down deep. Dingwell trying to force it. Dingwell trying to walk out with it now. Gets pushed to the corner. The feet gets pushed off the puck. Both teams look for it as they go to the opposite corner. PEI does get there first. Gets slapped on the backhand, though, gets it back, fires one out front. That pass is blocked, and New Brunswick picks it up and looks to go the other way. Over the red line. They're looking to get a change. They dump it in, watch that puck out front. And Atkins gets it paddle down. They go to the lively boards here on the back end. That puck gets to the blue line, but not out. Chipped up ahead, looking for some room. Fire short side shot. That goes off the outside of the goal. Now PEI able to find the handle. Far side pass, trying to get a lane, trying to make the move. It can't quite get by the D as stepped up and just gets off her skate to make a great defensive play. And they're quickly back the other way. But they can't get much happening inside the line. As Murray has it at center, loses the handle, gets some help as they push it back forward. Looking for an opening over the line. Gets pushed to the corner now, trying to fend off that defender. Now it's moved up inside the circle. Back to the blue line. Jason going to fire a shot. Didn't quite get through. It's loose. As Blanchard's down, able to find that loose puck and smother on that in the top of her blue paint. 8:55 to go here in the third. 3-1 hockey game. As these hockey players giving us a great game of hockey here to finish off the round robin this evening. And that shot attempt doesn't quite make it through. Quickly back the other way. Pass just inside the line. Couldn't quite handle it. And now PEI flips one up. Takes a bounce. But a good defensive play getting back. As Audrey Portier to knock that loose. Now along the boards. They'll look to bring it up. Up through the middle. Culligan hands it off. Inside the line. Ouellette hands it off. She has a goal here this evening and the puck comes to the corner. Loose puck. PEI finds it. Nice pass up through the skates. Couldn't quite find the handle though. As New Brunswick going to circle back their own zone. They look to reset. Now up through the middle. They were making a change. So they're going to knock that in deep as White gives chase. PEI look for it in the corner. White still has it. Going to backhand that one down to the corner. Their teammate gets dumped out the puck. PEI going to rim that around, but not out. Kept in the far blue line. Second attempt, though, the big collision as well. They move it up ahead, in behind the play, trying to find it. There it is, McNeil. McNeil by herself, though, runs right into the defenseman. Still looking for a loose puck. Now some help from the bench. They fire one towards the goal, and loose for a second. There's Blanchard. She's feisty between the pipes as well. Getting that blocker up, making sure nobody's crashing her goal. Able to cover it up. As time ticking down here in the third, 7:36 to go. New Brunswick wins that draw. Quickly back the other way, looking to move it up, trying to get over the line. That's going to be close to offside, and as most times we get the calls correct up here in the booth. Offside is the call. And he just poked the puck a little bit, and the player got ahead of it just enough. New Brunswick pops in off the face-off to the zone. PEI picks that off. Looking up through the middle now. Far side pass. Goes off the stick there. A little bit too far ahead. Comes outside the line. They bring it all the way back to their own zone. Dangerously, that had to be careful. Get some help from Dingwell. Gets it back to her defensive partner. Moves it up. Gets forced back again. This time Dingwell is going to pick it up. Look for some room to move. She makes a nifty move there in front of her own bench. Brings it up over the line. Breaks them wide. On that far side, trying to get either a pass or a shot. Either way, neither one. Now the toe front does get through, walking away, and it plays down, rebound, and somehow gets forced to the corner. And New Brunswick finds a loose puck, moves up ahead, in behind the play, trying to break three, trying to get in alone, rips a shot, and fires that one wide. As caught in behind the play was Grace White, and fired down, and she ripped a hard shot. As the PEI player is chasing her down, she had to fire quickly, and she had a hard one, just missed the intended target. Now at their own blue line, New Brunswick again. Gets all tied up. Trying to force that puck loose. PEI able to put it inside the New Brunswick zone. Far side, that did come out, so they had to get everybody back on side. So back at their own blue line. Trying to chip it up ahead. New Brunswick not giving them any time or space as they're back quickly with it. They're going to dump that in right on Atkins. Rebounds loose. And crash in the net hard was Ouellette, as it kind of took a funny bounce off Akin as she made the save, but she's able to reach back with the glove and cover it up before the attacker came in looking for that loose puck. Pretty well 6 minutes ago, 6:03 up on the clock. Third period. There's a shot that goes deflected high off the face-off, now to the close boards. Trying to clear, kept in again. New Brunswick looking out front. There's a pass. And that goes off a PEI skate. Now Mossy trying to chip it up ahead. And she does. 2-on-1 shaping up inside the zone. Mossy elects to shoot, fires one, and misses the intended target to that one. With that hard shot, that one's going to come all the way out. But does get kept in along the boards. Chase on, fires one through. Blanchard gets a piece of on her paddle on that one. But that's going to go a little bit too high up in the corner and up into the netting and out of play. As I was looking at the standings there quickly, even though New Brunswick's 0-2, they were -5 with the goals for and against. And I see Newfoundland was -3. So New Brunswick will need to score some goals here. If it comes to the tiebreaker, there's a shot from PEI from the blue line. But able to see that one as Blanchard all the way through, as McDougall threw that one on goal. So all the tiebreakers could come into play here if New Brunswick can hold off PEI. If PEI can make the comeback here, I believe that would put them in. Either way, lots of hockey left to be played here. Can't worry about that. Got to get the game going. Somebody lost a glove there. And as Blanchard made that save there, pushed off the post, net came off. Notice that in the last game too, that same side on the post. The left-hand side of the goalie's post came off quite easy in the last game as well for both goaltenders. So I'm not sure if there's something with that peg or not. Either way, whistle goes. So we're down to 5:09 remaining here in the third. PEI with the face-off, quick one-timer. That doesn't get through. Chipping on the far side, though. There's a redirect, and there's Blanchard sliding out there with a little poke check to poke that to the corner. New Brunswick's able to clear the zone. PEI looking for it here at the neutral zone. New Brunswick going to get there first. They're going to try to keep this as far away from their goalie as possible here for the next 5 minutes. Within behind the net here now. PEI trying to clear to the far blue line. Kept in, put right back in. And PEI again. Can't clear. As 2 times there holding the line was McGrath. Now a chance maybe in the slot area trying to get through. There's a loose puck. Fire another one. And it's hard and high off the glass. PEI player trying to elude a couple of checks here. Puts it back down deep. They collide in behind the goal. Now on the boards. Excuse me. Gets to the blue line. Shot. Kind of a knuckle puck that doesn't quite get through. And here comes PEI up through center. Going to dump that in. Rims around the old horn in behind. Gives chases Dingwell. But getting there first was going to be Bootlair. Now popped out front. Chance there. Now in behind. Going to get a race for it. As sitting behind the defender was White. She's going to get to the puck first, so no icing. As the rest of her teammate making a change there. Now she hands it off. As looking to try to get a shot off Poirier. She gets all tied up. Regains the puck. Forces it to the corner. PEI does get the puck outside the zone. New Brunswick got the tag up. They try to put it back inside. They do. They have the puck now. As the goalie's out here for New Brunswick, as they know they need a couple more goals, as we mentioned that earlier. 2-goal spread won't help. So the extra attacker out. And they got the puck in the corner. We got about 3:10 remaining here in the third. Back at the blue line. Walking in. Top of the circle, fires a shot, doesn't quite get through. And it's deflected off the glass. Now to the opposite corner. All kinds of pressure here from Team New Brunswick. Now at the blue line, looking to fire shots. Poirier, there it is. Body's in front, they walk it away. It comes to the boards. And PEI looks to clear, passes it over far side with the empty net. They look up, and they score. Empty net goal. And making no mistake putting that one home. And that's going to be number 19, Caitlin Herring, leading the lineup. I'm pretty sure we'll wait for the official announcement, of course, from Mr. Timekeeper. But 2:45 to go. We got a 3-2 game. The empty net coming into play here for PEI, helping them out. You know, they'd like to maybe tie this thing up, send it to overtime. Try to get a victory for themselves. As New Brunswick knew they needed a couple more goals, so they pulled the goalie to try to make that happen. They had some pressure. Now they also want to try to get a win as well. Have some momentum going into tomorrow. Now they're looking for the puck. We're here for the goal announcement here now. It was Herring. And Avery McPhee with the assist marker there, number 16. As we approach the 2-minute warning here in the third period. Puck rimmed around far side, looking to catch up to it. And there's a chance there. And Atkins had to be careful with that one as PEI goes back the other way. Look up ice here now. They chip it up ahead. This one not going to make it far enough for icing. New Brunswick, long stretch pass up to the zones. Put it down deep. Goes on the far side of Akin. PEI looks to bring it up to the middle now. And McPhee was going to be flying if she got through there. But the New Brunswick picked it off, but then they were offside. They had to tag back up. Chance again here for New Brunswick to look up ice. They're up at center. Chips one up ahead. There's McPhee. McPhee rips a shot. Blanchard's there with a nice little save. Kicking the right pad out. Now from the corner. 1:10 to go. In behind the net. Far side. New Brunswick going to chip one up ahead. Going to come outside. Looking to reach it up. Mossy there using that long reach. Force it right back in deep. Here the last minute of play now in the third. So looking up ice. Little touch pass up through. That's picked up. Oh, that stick broke in half. At that hard pass, took it over. Now a chance in. Walking alone. Shoot. Blanchard flipping around to the net. She thought she had it. Tried to reach around with the arm. And PEI ties it up in the last minute. And it's going to be number 6, Mullen McIntyre, I believe. Fired that shot that just gets through the arm. And I thought she was going to be able to get back and maybe smother that puck, but then you saw it just trickle over the line with 42.8 up on the clock. We got a tie hockey game. So PEI taking advantage of an empty net where New Brunswick needed to try to score a few more goals. Now they come all the way back to tie it. We're going to get that one unassisted. They move it up ahead, and maybe we won't need extra time here if PEI is going to try to show a shot, doesn't get through. They force one toward the front of the net, and see a red in front, doesn't allow that to get through. Puck gets to the blue line, does get out as time's ticking down here. And your last chance here for New Brunswick. They have to go quick. We're under 10 to go. They do get inside the line. Doesn't get out. And loose puck comes out in front, but PEI's going to grab that as the horn goes. 3 periods, not going to be enough here. Extra hockey needed. And I believe, if I go back, I don't believe they're going to clean the ice here. If you look there, a 5-minute overtime period and then a shootout. So we'll get set up here. The teams will take about a 2-minute break, and we'll come back for 5-minute overtime. And if that doesn't solve anything, either love it or hate it, we'll see the shootout. Be back in about 1 minute. So quick little intermission. 5 minutes up on the clock, and it's 3-on-3 overtime. Goalies will stay in the same nets. We'll bring it up to center. I believe now with PEI sending this to overtime that they will advance to the finals to play Team Nova Scotia. And there's a quick shot there and a big save from Akin early here in the extra frame. Looking at the standings quickly with that little break. Again, I'm not the official anything with the tournament. That's just my own personal opinion, but I think it will be Nova Scotia and PEI in the finals, and it'll be Newfoundland and New Brunswick for the bronze. Walking in, there's a chance, and it's off the outside of the goal. New Brunswick came that close to being over, and just off the outside of the post. And another chance, stepping and firing one, ripping that one high and hard. PEI going to find a loose puck, look up ice now. Maybe a chance here for a 2-on-1 shaping up on that far side. Walking in, looking out front, there it is, there's a chance, and what a save! And as the net gets knocked off, as Blanchard read that perfectly, sliding over with that right pad and maybe get a skate blade on that one to keep this all tied up in overtime. We'll drop the puck at the blue line. Walking in, fire one. That was going to go high up over the goal. pass out front, didn't quite fit through, picked it off. Looking there in behind the net. Now back the other way, up through the middle. One-on-one shaping up back the other way. Maybe a chance here for a partial 2-on-1. Didn't realize the trailer was there as he ripped that shot, missed on the far side. Gets the rebound, trying to find it. PEI picks it out. Here comes Dingwell. Dingwell has Lutley with her. Dingwell trying to do a little toe drag there. Gets forced to the corner. Now backhand pass over, and that's picked off. Now you got a 2-on-1 back the other way. This is your 3-on-3. Over the blue line. Ripping a shot and firing that one high. Brunswick with a couple ones that are shipped high. Now Dingwell gets forced back in her own zone, trying to stay it away. In behind the play, trying to find Mossy. Mossy in alone. Fakes it. What a move to end it. The old triple deacon looked like. And just like that, Team PEI comes all the way back. And it's Megan Mossy finishes it in overtime. And what a game it was. Hats off to both these teams. They'll both play again tomorrow. But PEI should be heading to the gold medal. And Team New Brunswick should be playing Team Newfoundland. It was an exciting one. But PEI comes all the way back. Mossy with the overtime winner. And it was a great move as well. So please somebody go back and snip that and send it to her. We'll watch the team shake hands and see the player of the game ceremony. Well, that's going to do it for me. They'll let the players take it away. Mike Kelly here, High Button Sports. I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the gold medal and bronze medal games. High Button will be here. And our good buddy Sean will be on the play-by-play. Hope we had as much fun as we did up here in the booth. We'll see everybody next game.